Scientific Revolution, Part 1. Tesla, the greatest inventor in human history, self-styled, genius incarnate, self-styled, world changer, self-styled, add any other compliment you can think of, she'll be mad if you don't, self-styled. Despite calling herself the girl who created the modern world, she started off as someone who's really into radios. Her parents at first thought she would grow up as the only female electrician in town until she managed to pass an entrance exam for a prestigious institution in Austria. In fact, the reason why the highly specialized didn't pass her math test, Tesla, was enrolled was that she met Schicksel's special requirements. Schicksal HQ just initiated a project on Honkai-powered engines. Tesla's talents in electrical machines allowed her to shine. She was soon moved to the North America branch. Tesla, displeased with Schickal HQ overhead and management, was also unhappy at the North American branch. Edison, the boss pulling the strings at the North America branch, tried to give her special education. The two girls soon hated each other. If it weren't for Planck, who enrolled her in a doctorate program, Tesla's unique abilities would be forever lost in the mountains of paperwork. Tesla was indeed a rare genius and inventor. Unlike Edison, who stubbornly upholds the principles of adaptability in mass production, Tesla's wild imaginations provided anti-entropy with plenty of unimaginable tech breakthroughs. Nevertheless, experiments also proved that most of Tesla's proposals were utter nonsense. Edison, greatest entrepreneur in human history. As for her other accomplishments, feel free to give your own opinions. The heiress of Supergen Core and widely regarded as the girl who actually created the modern world. At the age of 17, her parents were killed in a Honkai eruption, forcing her to become the chairman of the board of Supergen. Since then, she had focused on nothing but the eradication of Honkai. To achieve this end, she even wagered her entire company to acquire support and forge an alliance with Schicksal, building the North America branch that actually paid allegiance to her alone. Her outstanding organization skills protected Supergen from Schicksal's hostile takeover. In fact, Supergen grew in scale and power in this alliance. Edison also recruited Planck and Schrödinger, giving the North America branch enough power to rival that of Schicksal HQ itself. Edison stopped trusting Schicksal when they failed to rescue her parents in time. When she grew up, this distrust stemmed from minor differences in worldviews and values between herself and Schicksal. Schicksal had never been people-centered. In fact, as Edison got older, she began to think that Schicksal never intended to fight against the Honkai. Schrödinger, the most stubborn sadist in the history of humankind. Schrödinger, the bane of feline cat kind. Just kidding. Besides Schrödinger's wave equation in quantum mechanics textbooks, she was also the first to suggest the concept of negentropy. She regarded life as a natural phenomenon that reduces entropy through energy consumption. She used to be a passionate student as well, but she became a cold and aloof girl after falling ill and entering rehab for 2 years. Her most famous dissertations happened to be written when she was in rehab. Place a cat, a flask filled with poison, as well as some radioactive substance in a closed box. When the sensor detects radioactivity, the flask will break and the poison will kill the cat. According to quantum mechanics, once the experiment starts, the cat will be both alive and dead. However, if the observer were to look inside the box, he/she would see the cat alive or the cat dead, but not a cat existing in both states at the same time. Schrodinger's cat was an abstract thinking experiment. However, the words cat, quantum mechanics, and dead or alive generated some form of a futuristic sick joke when placed together. To this date, many people would quote Schrodinger's cat like an idiom. Einstein, greatest scientist in human history, genius incarnate. She changed the way people thought about the world. Add any other compliment you can think of. Come on, people. She actually deserves all these praises and more. Age 8. Taught herself calculus and linear algebra. Age 16. Proposed general relativity and earned her doctorate degree. She viewed gravity as curves in the space-time fabric, thus changing mankind's perspective regarding the entire universe. Her mentor was Planck, who served as her friend and teacher. Since she was 8 years old, a psychologist recommended Einstein to Planck, who essentially served as her guardian. This was the reason why Einstein was regarded as Tesla and Schrödinger's senior, even though she was younger than both of them. A co-founder of anti-entropy with Welt, Planck, and Tesla, anti-entropy used to be the North America branch of Schicksal. November 24, 1955, the organization violently seceded from Schicksal and quickly became a global power that rivaled Schicksal itself. Welt, the first Herrscher, had a brief encounter with the leader of anti-entropy. Although Einstein remained herself, Welt was no longer himself.